Good morning, everyone. My name is Jasim, and I am a second year computer science student for doing my bachelor's degree. And this video is regarding the change in format from submitting only assignments to including both presentations and assignments. I'll be honest with you, starting off doing only assignments and just moving on completing the module, that is going to be always the best format for me personally, because it's just a quick process. You get to move on immediately. Of course, both formats have the pros and cons, the old one and the new one. So I can understand that when you include the presentations, it leads to better understanding, and a variety of other benefits are included in this. Starting off with only having assignments included, we already know what the condition was, that no matter how much you prefer, like, just submitting your assignments, because it includes just basically copy pasting it from a website or any journal and submitting it. All you have to do is paraphrase. Professors are already well aware of this. That's a preferable format, of course, because you just get the job done and move on. But we have seen the results recently. I have been talking with the seniors and got a better understanding of the condition when it came to the concept of having the external evaluator checking your assignments. So it's not only for my batch but for the batches as well. I do check in with them and have found out that the format wasn't as efficient as you would have hoped. But then recently I had two modules which had the new format. The new format was applied to both my CRP and my OS operating system. So creating a research project, and you know overall, if I just look at this format, it is really beneficial for students, especially for my class. I see my fellow classmates, and I'm keeping it straightforward. There's a lot of drama and unnecessary behavior or fear, let's say fear of just having a simple presentation. When you're in group presentation, of course, it's slightly easier because you have your friends taking over, you have your friends assisting you. But that too has cons, in the terms that just one friend is doing all the effort, just one person or team member is doing putting all the effort. Of course, it this format is going to benefit in the long run when you consider it, because while the previous one just had assignments, you don't really get much much value from it as compared to the presentations and the assignments. The presentation format can benefit the students, at least in my classroom, in a major way, as the professors, I won't take their names, they must have a clear idea already of why my class desperately needs this format. So uh, yeah it makes sense that you have applied it in this situation, because I have seen the condition of my seniors. It takes a lot more time. There are going to be a lot more difficulties when conducting this new format, but it just makes more sense overall, because when you're considering in the overall professional and personal growth, personal development, just something that is going to benefit you in the long run, it is this combining it with presentations. For me now, if I'm coming back to my personal choice, I don't really enjoy presentations. Why? Because it's a lot more hassle to make the PowerPoint. Just that's the main reason for me. It's a lot more hassle to make the PowerPoint when I already know that I can present. I can already speak and just confidently get my job done and move on. For me as a single individual, yes, it is not as nice, but it does provide professional growth, which you really need. I've seen many of my classmates, my students, they themselves also, like, they don't really enjoy it, but over time they do realize that it is an essential part, that they do realize where they are lacking. They do lack in public speaking, they do lack in just common problem solving. The presentations or the tasks, the professors have been really cooperative, they have been really understanding, because we are just like still developing. Along with their cooperation, we've been able to improve slowly. The first module, which was CRP, for me, there were very few students who had presented, and then there was a lot of things going on in the background about the other students who had not presented, because a majority of the class did not present, and I'm just using my class as an example because that's the easiest option. No, but then moving on, we saw the second module, which was OS, and we noticed that there was, like, almost everyone in the class presented, and whether they did it in the best format or not, whether they ended up reading from a script or not, at least it was a positive development. If you might have noticed, the professor who was there, she might have noticed that it's just overall positive. It is an overall positive note. The students made an attempt as compared to the previous time, as compared to the first module I had where the format was involved. So yeah, then you end up just posting the videos or sharing the videos, so that is also good, like when you're using it for your CV or when you were using it for basically your job. So that's overall, that's like way in the future, but as I already mentioned that we are considering the long run, so it is going to benefit students overall. You will hear excuses from students, you will hear that a lot of just the behavior of the students is not really they don't really have a positive opinion towards this format, but yeah, they do really need it. This is going to benefit. And just furthermore, this concept, this format has also allowed the students to get a at least my team, we had a redo in the MSCP assignment, so it helped us sort the issue out because we were able to combine both the MSCP and the CRP. So it was beneficial for us because of the limited time schedule, as you know. So since you already understand that, yeah, even this new format, it is going to have its pros and cons. It is going to have difficulties with the students' cooperation overall. That they, at least my class, if I'm taking a look, and I haven't seen the presentations from the other class, so I can speak on behalf of a good majority, I guess. So it is good overall because some students, they are confident, they just need the content, or it just makes them put more effort, which you really need, which is always admirable by students, at least admirable from any individual. And then for the students who shy away, of course we can try a little more. This is it plays a role in furthermore encouragement, so you need that. And in the professional way, how it is assisting, I already mentioned that in terms of developing your CV or your reports, because you have the whole format, the whole videos uploaded on YouTube and other form and other platforms, so it helps in that way as well. So overall, it's a good note. It is a positive development, at least from the previous batches, from the previous format. I have personally noticed more engagement, more activity from the students, because generally it's just we have PowerPoints read to us, or we have the concepts that we might probably not enjoy. But when you have PowerPoints, when you have presentations and then assignments combined, it gives the students a little more reason to to pay attention, to put more effort. They start paying more attention because they know that they're going to have to present this concept themselves. So yeah, it does make sense that you have applied it. And while I personally may not enjoy it, it is going to benefit me whether I like it or not. Thank you.